Wow, first time ever. Yeah, we're live. Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Talking the Climb. This time, like, slightly outside our usual genre. Uh, Shubham just created a grand reveal for himself by waving in front of the camera and
I thought
blurring
there was
clear.
something wrong with my webcam.
No, no, it's
Let's
because it
see.
refocused, na? Because you waved in
Yeah.
front of your camera. Yes, it looked really nice, like a grand reveal as I was talking. But
Yeah.
yeah, as I was saying, this is Shubham, a pro player, a FIFA pro player, currently representing Odisha FC in the eISL. So first off, let's get it started there. Shubham, just introduce yourself. Tell us how you are.
Absolutely doing good, and I'm enjoying the bio bubble. Somehow I've managed to survive here in the bio bubble, and I am absolutely enjoying now. So yes.
I mean, you say bio bubble, I have managed to survive, but if I convert that to chat, he's in Lemeridian for the past 2.5 months. So chat will lose Lemeridian. So immediately before we get to you itself, let's talk about where you are, right? So, but I mean, किसी को भी ऐसे बोलो तो लेमेरिडियन थोड़ा बिग डील लगता है बट
Of course, of
लिविंग इन अ
course.
होटल फॉर टू एंड हाफ नाउ आई मीन 4 मंथ्स रहना पड़ेगा व्हाट इज दैट लाइक
At start I was like, भाई ये तो नहीं होने वाला है. ये तो स्क्विड गेम्स वाला वाइब्स आ रहा है भाई. कौन लास्ट तक टिकने वाला है? Who will survive basically? But the thing is, जहाँ पे हम है, we are friends with each other, no? So that made it comfortable to live here. And yeah, suddenly सब दोस्त तो थे ही, but और बात करने लगे, एक दूसरे के बारे में जानने लग गए. So now it's very comfortable. And now actually I guess 1.5 months are remaining, and it's kinda, I don't know how to feel, because somewhat I don't want to go, but somewhat I'm missing my family too. So yeah.
Yeah, and like this is not even your home city, right? So you must be missing
Yeah.
friends and just your general routine जहाँ जो जो करते थे. अभी बबल भी बोला तो you can't leave the hotel. Like होटल में दोस्तों के साथ रहना अच्छी बात but you can't. मुझे पता है आप लोग बस होटल से ऑफिस आते हो गेम खेलते हो ऑफिस होटल रिटर्न.
It's
So
so difficult, bro. Like, all you have to do is wake up, then do something, play, and then again sleep. And nothing, bro. You can't do. And imagine living in a 5 star, but not feeling like you are living in a 5 star because you can't leave that particular area also.
yeah,
Like,
you
what's the
can't even explore the hotel.
we can't even explore the hotel, bro.
Oh,
And
but
there have been complaints.
yeah.
There have been complaints.
But
You
हाँ.
can't risk it now.
Yeah, exactly right. क्योंकि bio bubble, I mean,
Of
but
course.
I want to talk about the motivation. क्योंकि आपने बोला you've been doing this for 2.5 months. It's not like something new. Just अभी अभी शुरू हो रहा है, and there is still 1.5 months to go, and you're doing it for your like current status in the eISL. You're a pro player, so let's get into that esports concept a little bit more. Tell me about you. Like कहाँ से आया ये फुटबॉल का पैशन? फीफा में कब कन्वर्ट हुआ या दोनों साथ में आया? फीफा पहले आया या फुटबॉल? चिकन और दिया है प्रॉब्ली चिकन फर्स्ट.
See, I'll tell you, it's funny. It's funny story. First of all, my dad wanted me to be a cricketer.
हाँ.
So I am a right-handed. He turned me into left-handed because he liked Saurav Ganguly. So he started practicing me. But me being me, I switched to football. My friends were playing football. I was like, okay, I'll play. And suddenly I kept becoming good at it. And then, yeah, of course, football started more. Cricket ko bye bye kar diya. And then football khilte khilte, I reached, I guess I played semi pro, but one ligament injury and
Yeah.
GGG and there only. So what happened was, now I went to my mom's brother's house. So I went there when I was, I guess I was 10 years, I guess I was 11, 12.
Okay.
So I went there. So I'm watching him play something on his PC,
Huh.
and he's playing FIFA 08, FIFA 8.
Oh wow, 12 years back
Okay.
basically. I
So
remember that
I'm
game too.
watching him play, and he's playing with Liverpool.
Ah.
But I didn't know what Liverpool was back then. So he's playing, I'm watching. Now it's been a week now. I was staying there, and then there was a guy, El Nino, Fernando Torres.
Ah. Nice. Yeah.
He made me fell in love with the game, bro. I was surprised because I don't know, bro. He was keeping scoring. Then I started watching Liverpool live. एंड दैट्स वेयर आई अभी जो आप पहले देखोगे उस पे ही आपको अच्छा लगेगा कि अच्छा ये फुटबॉल है. I started watching Barclays Premier League, and then it's been 10 years now. I am a Liverpool fan
Yeah.
and a die-hard Liverpool fan, bro. And it's all because of Torres and my mom's brother. So it doesn't make sense, bro. But yeah,
I get you. I blame Henry for where I'm at right now. Unfortunately, मैं अटक गया आर्सेनल के साथ.
they'll become good, bro. The team is proper, young setup. I
शायद.
I feel like yeah, they can, bro.
Hopefully,
But of
hopefully.
course, there are sad times right now.
Yeah, very sad time right now. But like you said, you became a die-hard Liverpool fan. So I also like the one of the first things I noticed when I met you in our office was your tattoos. You have the
Yeah,
"You'll Never Walk Alone" tattooed in. So
yeah,
tell me
yeah.
about like that aspect. How what was that decision like? Was that just like एक moment पे बस करवाना है? I want to get my passion on my body. Yeah, it was like a continuous thing the way you always into tattoos. How did that work?
See, for me, it felt easy. I don't know. I have something with Liverpool that just makes it very easy, and it is my first tattoo. Okay, so I was like, what should I get tattooed? And then suddenly I was watching the Liverpool game, and I thought, why not? Why not
Yeah,
YNWA? And Daniel Agger has a tattoo of YNWA on his this
yeah,
thing knuckles.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's go for it, bro. Let's do that.
Did that
So
hurt?
yeah,
Knuckles pe? Like how much
yeah,
did it
knuckles.
hurt?
Bro,
Uh,
crazy. I didn't know that. This part motherfucking hurts, bro. This part
yeah.
hurt.
The
And
जनरल
then
कॉन्सेप्ट ये रहता है कि मसल पे करो तो कम दुखता है, बोन पे करो तो ज्यादा दुखता है, और इधर बोन ही बोन है ना. तो
imagine, but anything for Liverpool, bro. Anything for Liverpool.
yeah, I mean die hard, that's where it comes from, right?
Yeah,
So
bro.
yeah, fair enough. What plans for next tattoo? Up कब?
Uh, See, I don't know. It's quite difficult right now, but in case if we manage to pull it off into the top four, and then if we win it,
All
I
right,
mean,
all
why
right.
not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, imagine that comeback, bro. Imagine that miraculous comeback.
I mean, now that you mentioned it, like you said, it was a tough start for you guys. Now, you were unbeaten like continuously through it, but it was still like points were struggling to come. You've sort of like got into a groove now with your
Yeah.
teammate Dugal. So, what are like, we'll get to the tough start in a bit, but अभी आगे की बात पूछना चाहता हूँ, like क्योंकि like you said एक डेढ़ महीना बाकी है जिसमें से I would say about half a month, no, about 30 to 40 days of just group stage, उसके बाद playoffs आएगा. तो you're
Yeah,
in that final third, like literally वो final box पे आते हैं जो football पे the hype is real, you want to score the shot, you want to
of course.
finish it off. Do you think you guys will do that? Top 4 में expect कर सकती है fans या नहीं?
See, as I have mentioned in multiple interviews to you that I'm a very competitive person,
Mm-hmm.
and at the start of the tournament, of course, it felt really difficult, and and imagine living in a bubble, you are living alone. I mean, of course, your teammate is there to help you, but and all the other guys are your competitors. You can't expect help from them. You have to take yourself up. And
Yeah,
now that we have found our rhythm, it's good. And right now we have uh, 3 games in 5 days. So I've targeted that, and let's see how it goes. Because I guess I, if we win those three in a row, then we are right there in the, to the fight.
mix. Yeah,
And I want to be that because what's the point of being, individually unbeaten? It doesn't matter
yeah.
if you're not there.
It would matter so much though if you were there. Like suddenly it become this
Imagine.
big
Yeah.
deal. Like coming into playoffs, especially like, bro, we can't beat this guy. What? How are we supposed to play against him? So I'm curious. I think you guys will definitely at least give a good fight for it because the competition is so insane, like you said. And even though you're friends, you can't really look to each other as friends in that 12 minutes of the game.
I
But
mean, I feel like, see, currently Mumbai, they are on a 5 in a row streak.
yeah,
So they went from 8th place. Today they are first on
yeah,
top of the table. So anything can happen, bro. Like the league stages are very difficult. There's no one team that's going above, except for I guess East Bengal. They have a clearest chance of going
yeah.
Sida.
बट
So let's
वो
see.
भी ना लाइक हर टीम का जैसे आपने बोला है ऊपर नीचे दोनों रहा है.
Of course.
ईस्ट बंगाल का सिर्फ ऊपर रहा है, सो नॉट टू लाइक
You never
आई
know.
नॉट
You never
गुड
know.
और
I might
समथिंग.
jinx it.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
trying
want
to
to
think.
jinx it, but
I am trying to think. No, I'm just kidding, bro. They are my best friends, one of the best friends. So I hope they do good.
yeah, it's like complex emotions because while in that 12 minutes when you've got the controller in your hand, you're like, "Bhadweg friendship, I need to score the goal." But as soon as the 12 minutes is done, and we've heard like you guys talk to each other very in a friendly manner. So
Yeah.
what is that also like? Sitting in front of each other and playing. Normally, when you play FIFA, दोस्तों के साथ, that time you're with each other. But when you play competitively, it's usually online, right?
Uh, it was actually LAN events only. Then COVID struck.
Ah,
Then online. Then I started during COVID. So I had no idea how LAN works. I only played one LAN tournament before this. I came all the way to Delhi. I did well, but I was not satisfied with that. And then the COVID struck, and I was like, there were only online tournaments. So I guess last year I was top 8 in India, ranked top 8 in India. So I gained that confidence that maybe I can do this. Maybe I am doing it good. So I kept grinding during the COVID periods, like legit sitting 8 hours in front of that monitor, bro, and practicing daily, playing friendlies. And I'm very close with Ankit, Vanshaj. So we used to play each other regularly. And I guess that is one of the most important reason that we have been a good players now. I guess we are in the category of, good players.
yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I guess because playing against each other makes us good.
Hmm.
That's the biggest concept.
Yeah, you get to learn from each other almost
Yeah,
and exploit each other's weaknesses before the officials were then you know already कि क्या जवाब लेना है कहाँ change करना है but
of course.
जैसे you mentioned this is your second line I guess then in that regard
And
तो
this is my first biggest LAN, like
हाँ
biggest.
तो how is that feeling कि LAN खेलने का as compared to online is online better or is LAN for you as a player what do you feel
LAN, bro, LAN defines you as a player. LAN, you are not in a comfortable space when you are in a LAN. And to have that mentality that, okay, thousands of people are watching you, you are playing, you're alone playing there for 12 minutes. But you have to get into the rhythm. You have to forget about whatever is happening around you, and you have to just focus on the game. And I guess that's where at first Duggal lacked. He told me about this. But now that he's gained that confidence, see the results.
yeah
It's all about mentality at the end of the day. Everyone plays good. It
yeah
comes down to the confidence at the end of the day.
I think you said it perfectly. Ki everyone has the skill. It's about
Yeah,
what psyche you bring to the game in that
of
day.
course, of course. That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
So how is that like managing? Like you said, ki for Dugal it was a little hard. So in that tough start, how is it for you helping him through that and while still keeping yourself confident and keeping yourself up top? Like was that hard at all?
I'll personally tell you this was the toughest moment for me because I have also just came onto the scene. Okay, so I had to manage two things at that time. I was personally I मतलब उसका confidence मुझे कभी low करने देना ही नहीं था. I know he's a good player, bro. Come on, he's just lacking confidence. I have to give him that confidence. Come. And then it was so much pressure on me that even I have to perform then. So at the start, bro, it is the same thing, bro. I used to keep myself motivated by watching podcasts. Uh, Mostly, you must know Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
I am a big follower of Kobe Bryant, bro. So it helped me, bro. You have to gain experience from the other players, especially Saransh Lokmanya. If you talk with them and they tell me कि ऐसा ऐसा गलत हो रहा है, ऐसा ये हो रहा है, then you become good at it.
Hmm.
So you just have to keep yourself confident somehow. Somehow you have to gain that. If you're confident in yourself, then you can do whatever you want. Confidence is what that matters.
Yeah, it's very cool too because it's not just the FIFA concept, right? In general also, अगर आपका mental health एक high पे रखो, then you are able to translate that into whatever you want to do in life. So,
I mean, imagine if in a tough place I am able to do that. I was just wondering what if it was all perfect.
yeah.
Like I have told you in interviews also that I haven't been able to perform my best yet. But let's see, man. Let's see. Now I'm in the rhythm. So let's see.
Ekdam Super Saiyan mode when it becomes all good. That'll be interesting for me, especially because we saw you go through that. Like the interviews you mentioned, I remember like one match before you saying, "I'm not getting to play the way I want because I'm not as confident." And then the next match, you sort of let loose thoda sa, not completely, thoda sa you let loose, and it was a completely different look. So much
Yeah,
more confidence in the passes, in the finishing, and that makes such a big difference when the players are so close in terms of skill. But
of course.
talking about skill, meta, all of that in FIFA, a lot has changed with respect to the
Yeah.
game itself, but like it's also like evolving almost in the tournament. I remember एक point पे जब Frankie De Jong लेके आए थे शायद Ashwin or it was no, it was actually Tika I think, and then everyone started considering Frankie De Jong, but वो वापस reject हो गया. It came back to the standard midfield. So what is that thought process like as FIFA players where you have there's not much meta changes like there is in other game, but you still have to change.
So currently there's a new patch, and
Goalkeepers.
so I was glad that my matches are not at this point of the stage. So this was the biggest thing because there were reschedules, right? Because of the COVID thing and all, there
Yeah.
were reschedules happening. So they rescheduled, and there were still talks going on that कि नहीं नहीं शायद से कल मैच नहीं होएगा. एंड आई वाज फोर्सिंग द एडमिन्स प्लीज यार कराओ यार मेरे को देखना है प्लीज मुझे समझना है गेम आई एम स्टिल ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट व्हाट दिस न्यू पैच हैज मेड बिकॉज as you can see currently Rio Ferdinand has been brought in. There
Yes.
is Iker Casillas. So it's very weird. Even the new Neymar and new Mbappe are brought in. So I'm still at the point where I'm learning, I'm watching what to do. And I'm very happy that my game is not there. But of course, you have to see whatever happens, you have to adapt to it. Whatever is the case, you have to adapt. You can't blame that the patch is not good, I can't play.
Yeah.
Whatever that is happening in front of you, you just have to adapt. Then only you will become good.
But
That's
talking
the point.
about things you can blame, no Salah team of the year. One of the chat actually members in the chat wanted to know what are your feelings as a Liverpool fan. दुखता
See,
है या फिर
I'll honestly tell you, there's no possibility that Salah or Benzema is coming in the team of the year as a 12 man. There's a 12 man vote right now going on
yeah,
between CR7, Salah, and Benzema.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. This is
with
not happening.
with it's a public voting, bro. It's
yeah,
a public voting. There are, bro, millions of followers for of course Cristiano. So yeah, there's no way Salah is coming. And yeah. But
does that hurt?
talking about competitive mode, I actually also want CR7 introduced because then we can use him.
Yeah. Fair
So
enough.
mixed feelings there. But I feel like next year it's gonna be Salah versus Benzema for the Ballon d'Or for sure, or
Ooh,
Lewandowski also. Lewandowski also. So yeah,
I
Salah
think
has to be there, man. He hasn't been, seen by everyone. No one considers him as one of the best players in the world, and they should.
yeah.
They should, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I mean,
because
he's
the
gone
things he
from
does,
somewhere to somewhere. I think
yeah,
even Premier
because
League
he's
with
doing it
Chelsea,
from the
Salah
right
was
wing,
good.
bro. He's
Yeah.
doing it from the right wing.
Yeah.
How is he managing that? And some of the things he does is magical, bro. You can't. It's majestic,
I
completely
remember one
majestic.
chip he did. I think it was a few matches back. Right foot just भाग के एक random chip like कैसे गया कहाँ से गया? I'm just like what like he is. It's like he's a magician, like जैसे Messi describe करते थे back in the day when he was
Of
just
course.
on fire. Like I feel like that when I see Salah. But you mentioned Ballon d'Or, so I want to get your opinion on that. Messi is gone from the discussion for next year. I think he scored one goal so far in PSG.
I personally feel like he's just there to play Champions League, man. He's like बाढ़ में जाए लीग वन उन लोग देख लेंगे यार रिकार्डी देख लेगा क्या है क्या करना है
No?
हम चैंपियंस लीग खेलते बट आई टेल यू पर्सनली आई फील लाइक नो फुटबॉलर विल एवर डू दैट आई गेस ही इज
Yeah.
स्ट्रगलिंग विद कोविड एंड समथिंग he had covid
Yeah,
so
so he got COVID, and then I saw a stat which made me feel very weird, and then I realized COVID is like he's the second worst player in all of Europe in terms of shots to goals conversion. The only player worse than him is Joao Cancelo, the left back from Manchester City. So that's not a nice stat, in general. But back to the discussion itself. CR7 भी गया यूनाइटेड के कारण तो that is gone. He's not going to win anything while he's there. So like you
I mean,
said,
it was difficult that they might win anything this year. I mean, it's very difficult, bro. I get, and they have Atletico Madrid next.
yeah, no,
Simeone,
they're not going to.
bro,
I'm sorry,
that
United fans, but yeah, definitely not coming. Uh, but yeah, so it's one of the first years where nobody can try to argue that CR7 or Messi, one of them has to make it to top three. There is no
yeah,
chance,
I
like
guess
more or
this is
less.
one of the first year.
Yeah.
Of course, this is one of the first year.
So
And
whose year will?
it has gone to a race where it's has to be Leva, Salah, and Benzema. I personally feel like
No
it has
Mbappe.
to be
What if
them.
PSG win because of Mbappe?
If they win the Champions League, of course. I guess because of the new signings and because Mbappe plays in the League One,
Yeah.
people say that Mbappe is not good, bro. Mbappe is crazy, but I still
Yes.
feel like he needs to get out of there, man.
Yeah.
He needs to get, and he shouldn't do what Neymar did. Neymar should have also been to the Premier League, I guess. Mbappe has to be in Premier League, bro. Mbappe and Haaland, bro. Imagine,
Yes. Holy.
imagine.
Man, I want to see Mbappe and Haaland versus Virgil van Dijk. Like that is a fight I really, really,
Yeah.
really want to see.
But I personally want either of them in the Liverpool squad, bro. Please, one of them has to be there in the Liverpool squad.
Who do you think fits better? Like I feel like Mbappe is a more क्या बोलते हैं complete player where Haaland is a better goal scorer, like
Better goal
poacher.
scorer. But as of now, I feel like Haaland will be suited, but I am a big fan of Mbappe. So it's either of them, bro. I don't mind any of them, but
जो
please आ
मिलेगा
जाओ
दे दो
भाई, please, please आ
दोनों
जाओ.
मिलेगा दोनों दे दो चलेगा
Please आ जाओ भाई. Because they are the game changers, bro. They make your team one of the best in the world for me.
yeah
And of
definitely
course, after see they, I don't know if anyone is gonna compete with the legacy of CR7 and Messi. There's no way, bro. There's no way. But if there's a possibility, these two are right there.
yeah
Unless
I
they are, I hope they don't get any injuries, man. They have to be there.
yes I feel like there's been a few like that. You know, Neymar we used to think will be the next to follow, and then he just decided to take a paycheck instead,
There
which was
was
sad.
Neymar, there was Hazard, there was Bale.
Ah, oh man. For me, Bale was never an option. Spurs player नहीं हो सकता है, नहीं हो पाएगा किसी भी Spurs player से. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like there's so many of these insane players, and then something happened in their career. It just takes one thing, right? Because that's what the beauty of Messi and CR7 is. They never stop dominating. Har
Yeah.
saal back to back to back to back, it would be
Bro,
about them.
14, 15 years, bro.
Yeah.
How? How? That's different level of breed, bro. You can't manage that. I don't think anyone is. They have stopped Torres from winning the Ballon d'Or. They have stopped Ribery from winning the Ballon d'Or when they were at their peak, bro. They have stopped so many players.
Yeah, it's been insane. Ribery especially, I remember, like that year was हलचल मच गई थी. How dare Ribery not win? But it was
They
hard to
won all
argue.
the trophies. They won
Yeah,
all the trophies,
exactly.
bro. But I guess Messi won that year, or it
Yeah,
was CR7.
I think it was Messi. No,
I
actually, I
guess,
think it was CR7 because he won Euros or something like that. There was some weird logic to it, and I was
yeah,
like,
something was it.
I
Or
remember not understanding it.
I guess Papa Perez was there. I guess
Ah, yeah.
money master.
A perfect segue. One of the questions chat has actually कि like PL पे तो नहीं आने वाले ये दोनों. उनको लगता है they are going to go Real versus Barca is the future, you know, Haaland
Yeah,
versus
I have also heard
Mbappe.
about that. I
But
also heard about that. But where's the money? Where
exactly,
is
I can imagine
Barca going?
Haaland to Madrid or Mbappe to Madrid. One of them, not both of them. Does Barca really have the money to sign the other after paying 55 million for Ferran Torres?
Do you know I'm a big football fan. The current Barca midfield, I love them, bro.
Yeah,
18, and Frankie de Jong. They both are 18. Pedri and Gavi.
Pedri is
They are,
so good.
so imagine if they stay there for 5 more years, and now when they are in their prime, that Barca midfield will be packed, jam packed, bro.
But
So,
how will
but
they get
but
to their
there's
prime?
they will, bro. I feel like Barca is a team which will be back, but they won't be able to sign the big guns. There's no way they are gonna sign. They're in debt, man. They have to pay so much money. How? And how have they signed Ferran Torres? I never know. You will never know, bro. From
I
out
don't
of
know.
nowhere.
55 million. Like
Yeah,
पैसे नहीं है
bro.
पूरा साल 55 million लगा. And that too
But
for
but you know,
wingers.
But this is an important thing. I'm very thankful to Barcelona
Uh-huh.
for Liverpool's success. I'm very thankful to them. First,
150
see,
million.
my favorite player is Philip Coutinho, my favorite player. When he left, I was crying, bro. I was literally crying. And they paid 142 million for Coutinho at that time. Their business was, bro, I guess one of the most fuckall businesses,
Yeah. They
maybe.
paid like what 60 million for a 30-year-old Vidal or something, I remember. Like, oh,
Something weird only they do, bro.
yeah.
And we signed Allison and Van Dijk with that money.
Yeah.
And we went into the final that year. Of course, Ramos being himself,
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. But and then next year it was boom, man. We won the Champions League. To have that mentality to reach the final again, that's Klopp effect, man. That's Jurgen Klopp for you. But I'm very thankful to Barca, especially Dembele, bro. That miss, it helped us so much, bro.
It
But did you
ruined
watch
his
the game
career.
live? Did you watch the game live? Liverpool versus Barca second leg,
Haha, of course. I watched the
bro.
semi-finals and finals that year. It was insane.
Bro, I
As a
went to the
Premier League
screening.
fan, right? For me, Liverpool was
Yeah.
all the hope there was after the year before that. They're like, yes, let's
So
go.
so funny thing, I was at the screening. Okay,
Oh,
we went 1-0 up, did not celebrate. 2-0 up, did not celebrate. 3-0 up, did not
oh
celebrate.
shit.
4-0 up, did not celebrate because they need one goal, bro. They just needed one goal. And after the full time whistle, bro, the tears, man, the tears. Because I knew it was Spurs in the final, man. Come on,
Yeah.
come on, come on. Even though it was one of the most boring finals, as people state, but who cares, man? We won. So it was one of the, and we were so close to winning Premier League 2 that year. It was that John Stones clearance of the line which cost us the Premier League title.
I don't
Against
remember that.
Liverpool versus City,
Huh.
John Stones made a goal line clearance which cost us 2 points there. And we
Oof.
lost the title by 1 point.
Ah, yeah.
But I still did not care because Champions League, bro. Champions League. And next year we won the Premier League. So
Yeah.
it's been a good decade. We can't say decade because the starting years,
Five
bro. When
years.
I was at the start,
Huh. You were where we are
Liverpool,
right now.
yeah,
Yeah, literally.
Liverpool were used to finish eight
Yeah.
below Everton, bro.
Yeah.
Below Everton. Who finishes below Everton, man?
I think we
And
did
I'm,
last year. Yeah.
it's okay, bro. You'll get there, man. You'll get there.
सपनों में तो पहुंच गए बट रियलिटी का पता नहीं.
Arteta ball. Believe in Arteta ball.
Let's not open that box yet. But like you said, the Klopp effect, especially,
Yeah.
that's really cool. And the mentality, like where you were, I remember the days with Agar and like, huh? Skirtle.
Skirtle.
Oh my
Skirtle.
God, Martin Skirtle, dude. Actually, there's so many similarities between old Liverpool and current Arsenal.
Current Arsenal team, I swear.
Yeah, Xhaka is Skirtle, exactly. It's copy paste. Tattoos भी लगा के रखा है. Like
It's similar,
Jesus.
bro. It's so similar. See, we got there. You will also get there for sure, man. सबके दिन खराब रहते हैं, सबके दिन अच्छे हो जाते हैं. I guess eISL is an example too.
Hmm.
First 5 games disaster.
Yeah.
Next 5 games
Yeah.
we are back.
I mean, so you have like it's a great example too because you have done that personally, like that up and down after witnessing it outside. So it's especially cool. Like I think that's something that the fans can definitely take away. But in general, like where is your perspective now? We'll come back to esports for a second. With FIFA itself, you said you started during COVID, right? So
Yeah.
now that there's these big tournaments coming like eISL, a lot more investment coming. Saransh was one of the first Indian players to pick up the FGS win. So almost like an inspiration ki if one Indian player can do it, why not I too? Like, do you have bigger goals because of all of these things?
Of course, that's why I am very competitive, right? Because ISL is one of the biggest tournaments here, national tournament that we have now. And COVID में तो मुझे लगा कि yeah, of course, we only have FGS now. And at that point, it was so difficult to consider this as a career because, of course, it's esports, man. One day you are here, next day you're here.
Yeah.
This is simple, bro. It's a simple fact. So before ISL was announced, I was playing competitive FIFA now only. Uh, I guess 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I was planning. I just finished my graduation, so I was like, let's go do some course, or might consider MBA, or do some get some work experience somewhere. So I had plans. So I was thinking about joining this company, and then suddenly I see a message, see a notification that Indian Super League has announced this, and I was like, bro, what? Wait, when did this happen? And funny thing is, Lokman knew, and some of the other guys they knew already, but they
Mm-hmm.
never spoke a word about it. And I was just about to, and I had my interview done at this company. Okay,
Oh.
so I was like, come on, man, it's time. I have to do both the things because I have to concentrate on my studies too. So, and then suddenly this came in. At first, ISL concept was it was one girl and one boy, one male and one female.
Oh.
But because less number of female participants, then it was partners,
Huh.
22 males. So at first the concept was really irritating,
Mm-hmm.
and we started to talk with the Nordwin guys, and this happened. Then they actually changed it, so that's very good. And then when I qualified for it, I didn't know that it's gonna be this big. But yeah, finally we can say that playing for an ISL club, bro, it's big.
Yes.
It's big thing, bro. And let's see how it goes. And I'm so happy right now to be here because I never imagined this could happen here in India. And that too, because it was looking difficult
Mm-hmm.
for FIFA to get here. And there are some individual names that have done it, especially, it was Charanjot who took us to the map. And then it is now we are gaining experiences from everywhere. We are playing
Mm-hmm.
big tournaments. India is doing well in the Southeast Asia region. So let's see, man. There are bigger things. And of course, there's national team too. So I have my plans. I have everything in mind. But let's see. I'll take it day by day, man.
Yeah, that's perfect. I think especially क्योंकि अभी भी EISL चल रहा है. Like that is the first thing you will want to achieve. Maybe set yourself apart from the other 21 players that we have, and then you take it from there. And I think it's cool, especially कि like you said, there's so many things to look forward to now. Where at that moment you're just about to commit to a career outside esports. Now you're like, hey, maybe I can still push for a full-time career
Yeah,
in
of
esports.
course, because I always wanted to do something in football, bro. And of course, professional football got hit when I got that ligament injury. And believe me, it's so difficult to get yourself out there. You can't, man. You just very difficult. So FIFA was the right switch. FIFA was the perfect switch. And it's very funny how I got into FIFA. It's
Huh.
very funny. So I was a PC player because of my mom's brother.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I used to play career mode and all. And so me with my colony friends, we went for a trip,
Okay.
and one of our friend had PlayStation. Okay.
Ah, three,
So we
four.
turned that on. PS4 only.
Huh.
This was 2018.
Ah, okay.
2018. Okay. So they turned and they are playing against each other FIFA. I was like, I play PC FIFA. Can I play it? So I took the controller and I managed to beat my friend because of whom I am here today. I
Uh-huh.
managed to beat him. So I got into it, bro, and I asked him, "Can I play on your PS4 regularly?" So I took the PS. I usually went there to his place regularly to play for 4 5 hours, and he let me, bro. That was a big
Oh.
thing. So I was just playing offline, nothing online. Okay. So I forced my mom, I need a PlayStation. I want PlayStation, please. So somehow my mom, being a sweetheart, she brought me one PS4, and it was FIFA 19 that time.
Mm-hmm.
I started playing online. So I was getting into the rhythm, and then suddenly I matched this guy. I'll take his name. It's Ritik.
Uh-huh.
So I matched this guy. Then we both were from Mumbai. So he texted me, "You play good. Hi, hello, my name is Ritik. You play good. You do this." Yeah. So he added me to this group where all his friends were there and they play FIFA. So I got introduced to them, and then there I met Ankit. There I
Uh-huh.
met Vanshaj. So we
Ah.
started sitting on the PS parties, and we started playing. So then there was a LAN event, my first LAN event. It was in Mumbai itself.
Mhm.
So we all decided, चल चल जाते हैं भाई जाते हैं, try करते हैं.
Mhm.
And at that time they were all better than me, man. I was just trying to get into the scene. So I went there. Saransh came there.
Oh.
Saransh also came there. So he was there too. And yeah, I saw कि अच्छा है FIFA अच्छा चीज है यार. And that the friend of mine Ritik introduced me to everyone. And I was like, okay. And then COVID struck. Now we are playing daily. I'm playing against them each other every day. I kept getting good, and here we go.
Nice.
It's all so simple, man. You can't write this, man.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Exactly, right? It's like destiny almost.
Yeah,
Like meant to happen.
and I'm telling you, it was so difficult during COVID times because you can't go out. But to have that, PS friends,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for them, no, it would have been difficult, bro. Because we used to stay awake till 6 a.m., 7 a.m., just talking, playing, doing random stuff, bro. Playing this game, playing this, that game, talking about life. It was so funny. And for me, I wouldn't have survived COVID without that, man. That it was so good. My COVID experience was good.
Yeah, I feel you because it's almost the exact same for me क्योंकि मैं आया इंडिया कोविड के कारण and I was almost instantly sad because I had been living abroad for like 5 years, so shifting was weird. But then I found these guys, so like I found Valorant, I found my chat, and like a general audience, and just being able to interact and making friends in the community because of that and having online. If I think for esports people, COVID has been a bit of a blessing. Still not happy about it because I wanted to go away now so we can have proper esports and LAN again. क्योंकि घुस गया अब तो
For real, man.
actually
For real.
yeah.
I mean, who wants to stay in a bio bubble, man? I'm all the
Yeah.
way from Mumbai over here, and I'm sitting in a room for 4 months. I mean, it has its pros and cons, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I
But
mean
yeah,
we.
actually, I love your community, man. The community you're building. It's so cool to see that, you're sitting at a place and you're building a community. Imagine, bro, we are living in a world where we can sit at a one
Oh
place,
yeah.
and because of internet, we can create this community. It's so good.
Yeah, and it's like a community that loves exactly what we do, right? Because at the end of the day, like cricket, football, when a guy like a cricket person meets a football person, also they appreciate their love and passion for sports. It's the same with esports. Like it doesn't matter what game you're playing because even if someone doesn't understand or hasn't played FIFA, if they come watch a FIFA match, it's gonna be like, okay, I understand the competitive spirit, and देखते देखते समझ जाएगा. And that's what I personally love, like mixing games too. कि like esports can be so much more diverse and so much
Of
more
course.
open as compared to normal sports. So it's been a blessing, but let's see how it progresses. I want to ask you though. You mentioned your mom's was an absolute sweetheart getting you that PS. So in regards to that, because I know a lot of players generally face trouble in their family picking such a different, like at least career option. Even if you've not 100% committed, it's still like you're trying your best to make it happen. And for that, like, what is the family been like? Was it hard at first, or was it just full on support from the start?
For me personally, it was never hard because
Oh.
I mean to get graduate in COVID, it's so easy, bro. The online exam are literally easy. And actually, I'm very average at studies, so I never had any problem with anything. But I am thankful to my parents to break that taboo, that I'm actually playing a virtual game, man.
Yeah.
And they are thinking कि कर लेगा यार, बना लेगा उसमें. I mean,
Oh.
it's so difficult for parents to have that mentality. And of course, we live in India, man. Come on. It's so difficult. But they made it so easy for me. And yeah, I'm trying to pursue, I'm trying my best. So let's see how it goes. Esports, you never know, man. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree, but I like to think of it as just as much you never know कब नीचे जाएगा, you never know कब you pop off
Come
and you
with
just
that.
become number one, So let's see. But I love the fact, like you said, breaking that taboo as parents, it's so rare to see, and I feel like a lot of the successful players, casters, just anybody in the esports industry right now, with the exception of management, क्योंकि वो तो actual job है. बाकी I'm talking about like जो players, casters, coaches जो रहते हैं, all of them, like the successful ones, have that parental support. So I want to see, like, hopefully, one of the biggest messages I keep trying to say, like, to like there are lots of kids out there who want to make it, like try to communicate with your parents. Sometimes it
Of
might be
course,
hard,
yeah.
sometimes it might be easy, but I think if you talk to them slowly, slowly, you will make them understand at the end of the day because it's
I
what you
mean, I
love.
guess our generation will understand that, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
esports is actually a career. I mean,
Yeah.
you can also study it.
Yeah.
You can also there are so many employment opportunities is in esports itself, bro. So yeah, I guess I mean, for my parents to understand that it's such a big thing, bro.
Yeah.
Because they were never, it was so easy. I'm telling you, bro. I just said them ki, I've qualified for this team. I'm going to Delhi. They're like, okay, go. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. That like, I think personally too. Have my parents are exactly the same. Doesn't it give you like a bit of a boost almost? Ki like you don't have that tension in the back of your like parents क्या सोच रहे हैं मुझे क्या करना है बस
I
you're
wasn't
focused.
afraid. I even wasn't afraid to ask them because now I have been a competitive person because I've been playing sports from an early age.
Uh-huh.
So they know I go there, I play this. I actually play, still I play semi-professional football. I play tournaments on weekend, football tournaments on
Ooh.
weekends. So they know I travel around here and there, here and there. So they were comfortable with it. So that's good, man. That's actually very good.
Do you miss football at all? I mean, I assume bio bubble mein you don't have that weekend league option now.
You have
Like,
no idea, man.
we were
But
actually making a plan. Like casters at least fixes I Johnny. We wanted. I am a big football guy. जब मैं चेन्नई में रहता हूँ, I try to hit the turf every weekend. But yeah, like दिल्ली में I've never found company at least. यही मैं नया नया हूँ. And when I found out that's 20 FIFA players, at least आधे तो खेलते होंगे football. So we tried
I'll
to
tell
make
you
a plan,
everyone
but
plays here, bro.
couldn't.
At least see 15 play out of the 22. I can guarantee you that.
Oh.
I mean, we have the footballs here, so we stroll around, we pass around here and that. And I guess me, Adi, Loki are actually very good players. I mean, we have reached that level in professional football too.
Ah.
So we have that experience too. So I guess after the contract is over,
Yes,
bio bubble is over,
yes,
we
exactly.
can
मैं भी
all
वही
go.
बोलने वाला था. I'm really sorry, not even अगर आप देख रहे हो, but yeah, I mean it's fair, right? As soon as your playing time is done, you're officially free, and we will definitely make it happen. शायद we can make a vlog or something for the fans too. I will get
Of course, of
smacked, I
course.
know, but I'm a goalkeeper, so I'm actually excited to find how I match up against like the likes of you and Adi. But on that note, like, what did you play when, or what do you play rather? I'm sure you can play everything, but what do you prefer to play?
As in position,
हाँ.
so I started when I was a kid. जब मैं घुस रहा था वो ग्राउंड में,
हाँ.
उन लोग ने मुझे इसलिए लिया क्योंकि भाई गोलकीपर का जगह खाली है
Yeah.
जा.
Yeah.
तो आई वाज लाइक हाँ चल कर लेता हूँ भाई. देन आई स्टार्टेड वाचिंग फुटबॉल, देन आई शिफ्टेड टू स्ट्राइकर.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I like scoring goals, bro. I was scoring here and there, here and there. I played for my school team also as a striker.
Uh-huh.
And then because I was a quick learner and my vision was good, one of my coaches shifted me to center midfield because I guess that's the toughest job
Yeah.
someone must have.
Mhm.
So I shifted to center mid. So now at the moment it's center mid and basically like Coutinho for me.
Creative
But
sentiment.
कोविड के बाद
Mhm.
पेट आ रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा,
Yeah.
सो भाई कुटिन्हो से कैसेमीरो बन रहे हैं अभी. चलो पीछे. सीडीएम बॉयज.
Oh boy. I mean you have the build for it too. For the midfield,
Yeah.
like you're quite tall. I noticed that
Now
you put gym pictures here and there, so like
at the moment it's a Casemiro fit, to be honest. It's not Coutinho like.
uh, bro, Coutinho I saw in Aston Villa the day he came back, like ekdam
Bro,
tight
it's like
fitting,
built in, bro.
like
It's Bayern
damn.
Munich muscle, bro. It's Bayern Munich muscle. I'm telling you. Whoever goes there, become big, bro.
Huh,
So
ripped and big that too, like not just like big big.
they must give some sort of protein to them, bro. Something is wrong there.
Yeah,
Because you
खाना
can
अच्छा
see
क्यों?
Goretzka, man. Goretzka
Oh,
is
the build.
crazy, crazy.
I mean,
And I was surprised that Bayern couldn't win the Champions League last year. Because if Leva would have played, no, it was theirs. It was
yeah.
theirs to win, man.
I
Again, twice. They can do it, man. Bayern is a good team.
I feel like if they had Leva, then not only would they have won the Champions League, but he would have won the Ballon d'Or this
Ballon
year
d'Or,
too.
bro, imagine.
Ah,
I
like
mean,
that
there are
one
still
thing.
debates about who should have
Uh,
won.
what do you think?
See, I feel like last year it was Lewandowski for sure, but
Yeah.
they cancelled the award, man. You can keep it online. We are living in
I
2022.
didn't
It was
understand that
21 that
logic.
time.
I
It
want to
was
ask you.
2000. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
वोटिंग
was.
चलती है राइट बलोन डोर के लिए वोटिंग चलती है वोटिंग ऑनलाइन हो सकती है लाइक एज समवन हु हैज बीन इन प्रो फुटबॉल लाइक what is that feeling like if I were to tell you like say your weekend league के कोई award ceremony है randomly बस covid के कारण cancel हो गया even though you're playing still वो का वही
I'll tell you. See, I guess. See, last year, some of the people qualified for the FIFA World Cup, like World Cup,
uh-huh
like esports World Cup.
yeah yeah
It got cancelled because of COVID. Imagine all the hard work. It's been happening for 2 years, man. It's been happening for
ah
2 years. So current champion is still the champion who won in 2019.
yikes
Is still the current champion. So it can be compared with that too. But I'm telling you, bro, like to not get that respect from everyone, even after doing all this. Like I can feel it too because Leva did all the right things, and imagine being scrapped off that Ballon d'Or. Like that Ballon d'Or holds such a big name, bro.
yeah
Like,
it would
only
change
the
his
greatest
career
can ever win it, and imagine him not getting it. That's sad, man. That's actually sad. I can feel him, bro. And twice in a year. I don't know about the this year. I guess it was still 50-50 for me. Either could have won it.
yeah the year before that it was just easy Lewandowski
Yeah,
100%
it was
winner
Leva, man. It was easiest. And when they called now that they have cancelled it, bro, that was. Imagine that moment for him and his family, man.
Yo,
Like they are working
nice.
hard for whole year and you can't get that balloon door.
oh
That's sad, man. That's sad for him.
yeah
But he still did not stop. He still did not stop. He can't stop scoring, man. And I'm
but
still
like, it has
so
to hurt
glad.
you right like
What?
you can't be the same player at some point. One sec. Thank you for the 20 Pro Star Lord Shubham to win eISL. That's the dream, right?
That's the dream, man.
Well, I was saying like Leva के लिए how can you be the same player after something 2 years back to back? I mean second year as a neutral ठीक है समझ सकते हो कि 50-50 but because that first time it happened you're like yeah, this is how you don't have the same motivation or
यार
like
ये
नहीं
साल
जीत
तो
सकता
दे
मैं
दो
क्या
यार ये
करूँ
साल तो दे दो उसे ये कैसे कर सकते हो and see even people were calling Salah a one season wonder he has proved them wrong now 4 years in a row it is gonna become five for sure hopefully there are no injuries involved in the Liverpool squad man and it's good to go.
I'm actually unsure what is Egypt like in AFCON right now because I know Ghana crashed. I know
Yeah, Nigeria also got out I
Nigeria
guess.
crashed.
Yeah.
And so is Egypt still there in AFCON? What is the
Yes,
scene? Because AFCON will
Egypt and
matter.
Senegal are still there, I guess. Egypt and Senegal are still there.
So
So,
Egypt, Senegal,
Naby
Cameroon.
Keita is out. Naby Keita is out.
Huh.
He is returning to Liverpool. So, Salah and Mane are still left. So, let's see. Either one of them winning is good.
Yeah,
But if Salah wins it, no, there's a high possibility for that Ballon d'Or, man.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
international tournaments seem to hold a, I would say unnecessary weightage, but hey, if it works for us, why not?
I mean, Copa America happens every, bro.
Yeah,
No
like
comments on that.
uh,
And of course, between the debate between Ronaldo and CR7, it's both for me, man. It's both for me.
yeah.
They are both goats, man. You can't just fight. Just enjoy it till it lasts, man. Just enjoy it.
And that's the thing. I feel like people have been fighting for so long, they miss the ending. Because I think
Yeah,
Khatam, ab CR7 Messi ki, that intense rivalry at least. So,
but I feel bad for both of them, man. Both of them didn't deserve the way they left their clubs, especially Barca. For Messi, of course, Barca, and for Ronaldo, it was Madrid. But I'm happy that he returned where he wanted to. Like
I'm
he's
just
at a.
sad that he returned to this United. Because, like, it feels like a bitter return almost.
And I guess some of the players are against him too. I mean, imagine attacking Cristiano Ronaldo, man.
Yeah. I heard
I mean,
rumors like
yeah,
Portugal half versus not Portugal half, like Bruno, Diogo, सब एक साइड में रोनाल्डो के साथ बाकी सब एक like I don't know.
you don't know what's going on inside, man. It's just rumors, I guess.
Yeah.
So देखते हैं अभी क्या होता है. But I
Yeah.
can't watch Cristiano in Europa League, man. It's gonna be so difficult. If I guess top four looks out of sight for them,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be so difficult to watch Cristiano in Europa League, bro.
I
That will
I
be
really
very
hope he
difficult.
doesn't. I mean, I would, as a narrative guy, story guy, मजा आता है seeing Ronaldo back in that red jersey, you know. But if they don't manage to qualify top four, which I really hope they don't, because the एक ही spot बाकी है, Liverpool, City, Chelsea
You're
is
gonna get a
guaranteed.
lot of hate, man. You're gonna get a lot of hate on the comments for sure.
Guys, United fans, जो भी आके hate कर रहे हैं, just subscribe करके निकलना, okay? But seriously, man, I'm an Arsenal fan. मेरे से क्या डरते हो? Arsenal से क्या डरते हो? If you're scared of Arsenal, you don't deserve to be in the top four. We are desperately trying to get top six at least. Like Europa मिल जाए तो भी खुश. But
हाँ भाई, यूरोपा भी ठीक है.
हाँ,
But I'm
exactly.
telling you, I believe in some for some reason I like that Arsenal squad, man. Everyone is young. Everyone is that the right back what is
Tomiyasu,
his name?
oh, he's so good.
Bro, what a player, bro.
Uh,
How he adapted to the Premier League? That's a big thing, man.
so quickly
Adapting to the
too.
Premier
Like it just from Japan too, right? Like it's not like it's a
League. Yeah,
country where there it's very common कि
yeah.
players are is like almost like I think after United only कौन था वो
Kagawa?
Kagawa, हाँ, after Kagawa, I don't remember any big Japanese player making it out there.
In the big clubs, I guess. In the big
Hmm.
clubs, the Asian players are very less, I guess.
Yeah,
So Ana is a big thing.
exactly. And I mean,
And I
I'm not
hope.
sure if we are big club anymore, but
Yeah.
but hey, enough of self trauma with Arsenal. Let's get back to Shubham. He's driving in French League 2. Yeah, yeah. I'm not like trying to say that there's no Japanese players. The Japan national team itself is pretty good. I'm just saying ki nobody's been a phenomena, and it's not like Tomiyasu is the phenomena yet, but
Yes.
maybe in the future. But yeah,
It
back.
was only Risang Park. Risang Park was, bro.
Is
And Son. Son is now the greatest ever Asian
yes.
player to grace the Premier League for me.
Unfortunately, he was at Spurs and didn't do anything.
But
So
I hope we see an Indian soon, man. I hope we see an Indian in the Premier League.
it's slowly
Imagine
happening, I
that.
think, in like these high-profile sports. Like F1 is one example. There's this guy called Jehan Daruwala
Yeah,
who's
I
going to
know, I
make it.
know.
So maybe like I know Liverpool signed 2 or 3 years back some Indian dude like 14 or
Lalian
15.
Zola Changte, I guess. Lalian Zola Changte it was.
Maybe
I
I
feel
don't
like it
remember the
was,
name. But 2 3 years back he tha, and he was very young. So abhi bhi he should
yeah.
not be 18 yet, I think. So
I
maybe
don't remember actually. I guess it was Jan Dhanda, I guess. Something
maybe.
somewhat, yeah. But they have sold him, I guess. At the moment there are no Asian players, I guess, in Liverpool squad.
RIP.
But there are players in ISL that I can see going there. I feel
Oh.
like they should. I personally feel like it's Sahal Abdul Ahmed something.
Mm-hmm.
It is Sahal, and bro, he's too good. He's too good.
So I
He's
remember
actually
when
very good, man.
Sunil Shetty went to B League in Serie B, basically, he
Yeah.
struggled with
He,
fitness. Like,
he went to Sporting Club Portugal
ha,
where
sorry.
Cristiano it was.
Ha, ha, ha. But their
So
B
yeah,
team, na? Like
it
in
was
the,
B team. It
ha,
was a reserve team basically.
yeah. And
And then
do you
and
think
then he went
fitness
to.
can be an issue? Like, why? Or rather, I would ask you, why is that इतना gap क्यों है fitness में?
I personally feel like it's grassroots level because we haven't been, you know, कभी ऐसा बताया नहीं गया कि फुटबॉल में we don't have a proper structure back then. Now it's becoming good.
Mm-hmm.
And now सबको बचपन से ही सिखाया जा रहा है कि फीफा ऐसा है, फुटबॉल ऐसा है, फुटबॉल ऐसा खेला जाता है. So I guess we can do it, man. I
But
think there's no money problem in India.
no.
So फुटबॉल तो आगे बढ़ना ही चाहिए, bro. We have so much. कितना population है इंडिया में. Come on, man. There has to be one guy that represents us in the Premier League.
Yeah.
It has to be.
But like you went through you I mean you're still that semi-pro level player, and if you hadn't had that injury you'd probably at least try to push to the pro level, right? So
Because it was always a dream, you know.
hmm
कि भाई, and when I got that injury, no, it was a trauma कि भाई कभी कर पाऊंगा क्या मैं फुटबॉल में रिकवर, कभी कर पाऊंगा क्या. And I'm so thankful for FIFA that actually I'm doing something else. It's so difficult in life to
hmm
do something that you like, bro.
yeah.
I mean, I'm so grateful, man. Like, come on, man. I'm just playing a virtual game here, and esports is a big thing. I guess
Yeah.
Saransh is here. I'll check.
हाँ हाँ.
Like,
Yandanda. Ah, okay, it was Yandanda. Government problem. Lol, no. 5 6 years ago. हाँ okay. 9 to 5. हाँ तो राहुल वही बात बन जाती है ना कि Saransh by the way is a player from who's representing Chennai NFC. So Bumham is in his room only right now, and that's why. Which actually makes me realize that we are nearing the end. So you guys can ask us questions if you feel like. For Shubham specifically, I, I assume Arpit is a friend of yours. I don't. Or are you calling me a son of a gun? Either ways, hi Arpit. uh, one of the questions I noticed from before that I forgot to ask is FIFA में, since we are on that topic. What do you feel like? आज ही मैं खेल रहा था मेरे फुट चैंपियंस के playoffs. I lost 90th minute में because of a damn stupid rebound, man. I don't know how like my normal keeper is supposed to get that out like random rebound. So do you think there's luck in some
I'll
parts
tell
of the
you.
game?
I'll tell you. There's a kickoff glitch, okay?
Okay, एक
You
second. Let
should
me get my
always,
notebook.
yeah. There are many types of glitches. You have to always try to score in the kickoff, okay? You'll get some sort of rebound, something you will get.
Huh.
Then there's 45th minute. So
Okay.
you usually must see players keeping the ball from 40th minute to the 45th to create that one chance. Like if you see, you have to notice that, man. You have to
Yeah,
notice
yeah,
that in
yeah.
the game.
I always assume क्योंकि
Okay?
half time आ रहा है maybe mental के लिए but there's an actual game thing is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a 45th minute glitch, and then there's a 90th minute glitch,
Uh,
which you conceded.
yeah.
There's a 90th minute glitch. Always try to score in these moments. Always. Just go for it, man. But also, even if you are defending, no, try to somehow manage it, bro. Somehow.
Man,
It's
it's
always
such a
difficult
pain.
to, you know, defend while it's a 90th minute attack. Somehow something will happen. Your players will switch off randomly. Your AI players will switch off. Something random happens.
What do you like?
At the end of the day, it's a game, man.
Yeah. So how do you manage that as a pro player? You know, कि you can't control certain aspects of the game. How do you balance that in your head?
You have to somehow deal with it, man. You have to be ready for that. I guess it was against Saransh only. The score was 1-1,
Haha.
and I started to keep the ball from
Ha.
83rd minute
Ha.
till the last attack.
Yeah.
And somehow what happened was in the as it was about to hit the 90th minute and there was gonna be added at time, I gave the ball to him.
Yeah.
And he created that last chance, but I somehow defended, man. Somehow defended.
I
And that was
remember.
actually our first win, in the
Yeah,
ISL, the first game.
exactly. I remember that's why because it was the first win you guys had. We were calling you the draw team, draw team, draw team, and then you delivered in the co-op. And
Yeah.
I remember that 90th minute moment. It was like while casting, I think Azim and I only were casting it where I was like, ये तो goal गया. इतनी देर से Shubham is keeping the ball and you were almost a deserving winner in the first half because you were dominating first half and then
Yeah.
Saran started pushing back and they're like, no, not like this because हम दोनों को हो चुका है. Azim को भी हो चुका है, मुझे भी हो चुका है. Then 90th minute where that's
Yeah,
why
I
it's
watched
so
Azim stream, man.
yeah.
Azim is so funny, bro. Azim is legit. What a legend, man. What a legend. I have watched his stream. Yeah, but see, keep notice of these things. Kickoff, 45th and 90th. And you'll be good, man. You'll be good.
Alright, guys, tips for you. I'm going to go play. I have, I think, 5 more playoffs games left. I'm going to keep the ball permanently. Try that. Actually, Shubham is the reason I'm even able to do good. Man, that formation you gave me, it's just a
I told you, man.
blessing.
I'll give you. I'm still trying to figure out the new formation because of the
Haha.
new patch. Once I figure that out, I'll send you, man. I'll
Done,
send you the
done. Let's
thing.
go. On that note, so how do you, as a, since you're a ex, like, or still, you have that football knowledge. It's not just ki, a lot of players just have that FIFA knowledge. So, how is that different for you? Ki, like, it's not like you're just game mechanics पे depending. You also have to think about कि अगर कोई नया player card आता है, जरूर like सिर्फ फीफा के प्लेयर्स होंगे पेस इसमें है ले लेते हैं बट यू ऑल्सो मे बी थिंक अबाउट द अदर थिंग्स हाउ वर्क रेट्स द पासिंग डिफेंडिंग लाइक व्हाट डू यू लुक एट लाइक व्हाट इज योर पर्सपेक्टिव
For me, actually, I try to believe in the players, that whichever I have selected, okay, I have to perform with them anyhow. So what we do is we constantly keep on friendlies against keep playing friendlies against each other, and then we figure out कि अच्छा ये position पे बराबर है. So you might usually see I have been playing Vieira at center back for the whole
Yeah.
season. So and most of them play in the midfield. Some of us play in the. So it works different for different players, and there are custom tactics which come into play. There
Hmm.
are a lot of things that come into play. So, and I guess one of the biggest thing is your player switching. For me personally, I guess see, everyone is looking at MVP as a top goal scorer. That's a weird concept for me, man. Like a
Yeah.
top goal scorer being an they could have kept a different for top goal scorer and
Yeah.
MVP. But no one notices that there's only me and I guess Adi who have considered the least amount of goals.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I guess he has considered eight. I have considered seven.
Uh-huh.
And imagine you are playing a virtual game and just conceding seven goals, bro.
Yeah.
Like
And
yesterday, Sara scored six.
yeah. Oh my
So
God.
that comes into play, man, and that stat goes so unnoticed. But me and Adi talk. Me and Adi know that we are doing well in defense. And actually, my next game is against them only, against
Uh-huh.
Hyderabad. So I don't know who I'm playing, Adi or Darvesh. So let's see what happens.
So even that, right? Like before, I think, like you said, like your defense has always been top notch. I think it's a mental game, honestly. Defense, mein
Yeah,
especially where you need to stay focused 100% throughout. Because I've noticed with a lot of pro players itself that one goal is conceded and they just start getting desperate. I've never seen that with you. So what is your secret? It doesn't seem like you. I can see the tension in your face sometimes, but I can never see that tension in the game. How do you
yeah.
keep that gap? Like जो मैं feel कर रहा हूँ वो game में ना आए.
I guess it's always been down to my mentality because I've always been from the sports background. I know what pressure feels like. So
Hmm.
that has helped me a lot here. Because for some reason I've always went down, bro. I've always considered the first goal. And to have that mental capacity to make a comeback.
Uh-huh.
I went down against KT, I guess, in the 80K game.
Yeah.
Okay. So now at that point I was like, what to do? So I just said, wait, why can't I score? Why can't I come back? And I just did that, bro. I went all in. I went all in. I scored quickly. I scored two goals, and yeah, comeback is done. So that I guess it's because of the sports background. It's because of
Hmm.
like the things that you know I've already learned how to handle pressure from past. So yeah,
Yeah, I think that plays a huge role in that regard. Because you know what it's like to be not just behind in terms of goals, but also to, in that case, help someone like Tuchel. Like if one of
yeah.
your teammates is underperforming, give him the confidence, give him the motivation. That's really cool. But
because uh, because when I came here, I felt there was a certain aspect because people now everyone knows कि कौन कैसा online खेलता है. So at that point, me and Dougal, I guess we were considered as a top four team. Okay.
yeah.
So and I was actually very happy here to be here. But it's just that confidence, It's just that confidence. And now when he is in his rhythm now, and I can feel, and some of the pressure has been lifted off me. Now it's all gone, and I have been playing my game for the past 2-3 games, I guess. I faced Akash Ash,
Yeah.
and the funny thing is, I was actually very sick that day.
Oh shit.
But because I didn't want to ruin their mood, I was like, okay, I'll play, man. I'll just play somehow. And I managed to scrap that off, man. And Akash is a good player, man.
Yeah, I feel like Akash is almost exactly, or even the whole Jamshedpur team is like you guys, only that they're very disciplined. They're
Yeah.
rarely ever making mistakes, but I remember that day you guys got the win, and it was the case where it did feel like chha gaye ho ab. You've come
Yeah,
into your
because you
peak.
know what happened when we were going to the studio, no? Dukal told me, bro, we are finishing this off in the individual games itself. I was like, I like that confidence, man. I actually rate that confidence because it's so difficult to finish it off in the individuals
Uh-huh.
because you have to rely on co-op, no? And we did that, bro. And there was never a single amount of pressure in that game for some reason because you know that चल इसमें भी कॉन्फिडेंस है मेरे भी कॉन्फिडेंस है चलो जाते हैं
Yeah,
खेलते हैं
बस मजे लेना है और क्या है बस.
but FIFA you never know man with FIFA you never know it can always see now you're shining another
हाँ.
day the EA gods come and try to make you lose, man.
I
And
like the way you said it.
I'm still surprised that I am still haven't lost a game yet
Yeah.
because I've played a lot of dangerous players, man. Dangerous players. But yeah, and I have not let EA gods come to me and haunt me. They have tried, but I did not. I did not, bro. मुझे नहीं
Man.
चाहिए था कि उन लोग आज आके मेरे ही मारे. मेरी मत मारो भाई,
Yeah.
खेलने दो मुझे.
It's a very interesting point too for every player क्योंकि अब आखिरी महीने पे even if you're at number one you're going to feel the pressure कि like
Of
you know
course.
slip up नहीं हो सकता है to be unbeaten जो भी आपको 1v1 पे फेस करेगा थोड़ा do you feel that happiness कि this guy knows I'm one unbeaten you know उसको पता है कि I've never lost so he's almost at a like you have an edge because of that like an advantage do you ever feel that
I personally feel like there's an advantage because it's on paper written that I am unbeaten.
yeah
It's only on paper. But at the end of the day, the 3 points is what that matters, man. I really don't care. Even if Duggal wins, I lose, I draw, I do whatever thing. If Duggal wins, I lose, and we win the co-op. It's done, bro. I got the 3 points. It's so important. But of course, there's added pressure that like you have done half the season's work and you're still unbeaten. You have played them all.
yeah
Most of the top players, you have played them all. Why can't you do that again? Why? Like, what's stopping? Like, of course. And believe me, to achieve that, it's gonna be very difficult because, of course, at every, you know, everyone's like all the big players in the esports industry. ऐसा एक time आता है कि उनका दिन खराब जाता है. And this is
ha
FIFA, man. This is FIFA. I'm telling you. कभी भी off day आ सकता है. So, you never know. I'm just going it day by day.
yeah it's a lovely
But
mentality
I'll be happy if I lose all the next remaining games, but we get the 3 points out of the
yeah
three. I don't care, man. I don't care. I just really don't care. So that just helps me कि वो pressure नहीं है मुझे individual का इतना. I'll
बट
just keep it
आपके
going.
अपोनेंट पे व्हाट अबाउट देम डू यू थिंक उन पे रहेगा प्रेशर की
I have no idea, man.
एक
I have no
पूरा
idea. No
लाइक यू
one has
सेड
told
पूरा
me that.
राउंड रॉबिन हो गया है लिटरली
Hmm.
नोबडी इज बीटन यू सो कमिंग बैक maybe your opponent changes like शायद पहली बार like you play Sharansh इस बार you play Naveen is Naveen going to think कि भाई Sharansh couldn't beat him अगर मैं भी नहीं कर पाया तो
I mean, I guess it's depends on their mentality. I feel like agar if it's Naveen, you know Naveen bro, is one of the
yeah
candidates for the MVP. So I don't feel like कोई ऐसा सोचता है. And of course with the top players they have played a lot of games like this. Especially Saran, she has played so many big games. Lokman has played so many big games. So they have gained that experience from there. So they don't care about their opponent. I feel like, and yeah. So जो होगा देखा जाएगा. The
ah,
only thing that matters is वो गेम में जाके परफॉर्म करो बस परफॉर्म करो
get
don't
the
let yourself
results
down and at this point of time I am at a position where we have to most probably win we have 11 games and at least we have to win 8 of the out of them
huh.
to guarantee that top 4 spot so I am it's like grand final for every game is a grand final for me for now and I've taken that as a task. I've told Dukal this is a task we have in front of ourselves and let's get this man. Let's try.
I think the positive mentality is your just biggest advantage because personally I'm not sure कि internally कैसे है सारे players but having talked to you a lot too like it rubs off you know आपके team पे कि इतना you are positive like I can say Dugal also now starting to become that confident positive person because of that so it's a big deal especially if you get to playoffs it will be the biggest advantage you can have because playoffs का pressure कोई अलग ही level का pressure होगा and then
I mean, imagine no, like 5 games in, this team is second bottom at the table, and now they are in the playoffs. It's a story that could be written,
yeah
and we want to make that possible. And let's see, man.
become an
I mean,
inspiration
I mean, imagine कि लोग तो बोल चुके राइट ऑफ कर चुके कि इन लोग से तो नहीं हो रहा है but suddenly you never know see
yeah
I gave you an example Mumbai won 5 in a row they are top of the table today
yeah
it's
yeah
just about the rhythm man you just have to keep winning
yeah build a good flow for yourself so I'm excited to see
yeah
that happen but I think we are getting towards the end of our you know talk time तो I'll ask the chat अगर आपको कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं but before that actually I want to ask you ढाई महीने eISL DMs तो आए होंगे. What is the scene on that? Or is there, someone waiting back in Mumbai? Already I see the smile coming out, so let me know.
It's just a random smile, man. There's a grace of hope, I'll say.
Okay?
There's a grace of hope. Let's see, man. Like,
There is
uh,
a seed.
I,
शायद वो फूल बन जाए.
right now I'm single. I'm single. There's nothing. I'm not dating anyone. But there's a grace of hope right now. So let's see. At the moment, the focus is right on the league.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see about that later.
Ah, nice. So maybe like sometime in the future when we get Shubham back on, that single will change to not no more ready to mingle. We'll see.
I mean, it is what it is, man. If it happens, it happens. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. Like again, it's so rare to talk to someone with such a chill vibe, because uh, it's like अगर कोई गेम में चिल है तो rarely in personal life they're chill. अगर कोई personal life में चिल है तो वो गेम पे प्रेशर लेके आता है, कहीं ना कहीं दिख जाता है. But that's where I can see your sports background, like the winner
Yeah.
mentality almost. कि it's okay if I don't win today, it will happen if I just keep working, and that's
Yeah,
huge.
I mean, you always learn from your losses, I guess. So before coming here, of course, I've lost a lot of tournaments. I've won some, I've lost some. So you learn from that. You learn from that. So now let's see. We I guess lost 4 out of the first 5 games. We learned from that. We are beating the heavy, the big guns here out here who are fighting for the top four. And now we are in a position that we are there. I guess we feel like I'm also fighting for top four now.
Mhm.
So yeah, but the only thing that separates them from us is they are in a little bit comfortable position, but we are in a position where भाई इधर से तो निकलना है कुछ भी करके निकलना है आगे जाना है
Yeah,
हमें
and honestly, out of every moment I think about in any sports, esports, कुछ भी ले लो, competitive environment पे usually comfortable team को ही issues होते हैं, do or die
issues
team
होती है
कर लेती है,
और जो
and
अनकंफर्टेबल है वो अपना बेस्ट देने का बहुत ट्राई करते हैं आई
yeah.
फील लाइक सो दैट माइट बी द केस हियर सो लेट्स सी
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. I think on that note, make sure you guys do exclamation guest. Go follow Shubham for future updates. But one of the questions I'm noticing: 5-star weak foot versus 5-star skills. Like obviously both, I assume would be the answer. But एक choose करना पड़ा तो कौन सा?
I might play Neymar, who's 5 star with R9, of course.
Uh huh.
But for me personally, it's got to be the 5 star skill moves
Uh huh.
because skill moves, man. Who
Yeah.
doesn't love to do skill? And with weak foot, he's like 4 star weak foot players, especially Pele. You can see he scores, man. He scores with his left too, so there's no issues with that. But a 4 star skiller can't do a 5 star skill, so that's a bit. So I feel like it's skill moves, man. It's skill moves for me.
I mean, yeah, because if you have that 5-star skill, then you can almost even compensate for the weak foot by trying to shift onto your stronger
Yeah,
foot.
of course.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
that's
yeah, bro. I feel like 4 star shooting is as same as 5 star for me. In my
mhm.
head, okay? It's in my head. I
Haha.
don't know about the others. You can't say that, but for me, skills are important. 5 star skills are very important.
Understandable. And I'm just excited to see the end of your journey in the eISL and how the rest of the year goes, because बात ये बन जाती है कि this 2022 has just begun for you, really. Like with eISL, the rest of the tournaments are sure to come by. I hope the World Cup for FIFA this time. I mean, if Nordwin, I mean, maybe FIFA should come to us and like Nordwin करा लो bio bubble के साथ World Cup करा देंगे यार. No issues, ये करा दिया. Why not? But yeah, it's sad,
That will
I
be fun,
think.
man. That will be actually fun.
Yeah, because I think as a fan of you guys, like watching you guys play, learning from you guys, it sucks not having the best of the, that country pride that we see in actual FIFA World Cup, like sports football wala World Cup
Yeah.
in FIFA, because that's the last thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's getting there. We have one of the most competitive region, I guess. India is one of the most competitive players like we have here.
Yeah.
So I feel like one of them is gonna be a world champion for sure in the future.
Ah, yeah.
From India, we are gonna have that world champion, man.
Yeah, maybe a few years down the line, I edit my stream title, be like talking to climb with Shubham, world champion FIFA.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, that's the dream, man. That's the biggest dream.
I hope you get it, man. I think you definitely deserve it because, like for me also, coming into esports, it's the exact same. I think I always describe ki like management एक side पे esports पे where like league ops, graphic designers, all of those which are more stable part, and then there's the casters, players who completely depend on their performance, and
Performance, and
how
it's
they
always
do.
performance because see, there's always a added pressure. Suppose if it even if I stay unbeaten the whole league, but we finished somewhat in the bottom half of the table,
Yeah,
and then you never know with the contract what happens. Who cares about my unbeaten run, man? You guys finished here, so
yeah.
that all things always stuck in your head. So you always have to perform to your best, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to do most probably.
No, I think even that will matter a lot. The fact that you're saying, I'm going to try my best and I'm going to keep improving. That's my mentality. One day I will get to the top. I think even for any potential future employer or even for the current employers, that's very important because you don't want someone जो एकदम top पे already पहुंच चुका है जो नीचे गिरने वाला है. You want someone जो climb कर रहा है जो ऊपर पहुंचने वाला है. And I clearly see that, so I hope they too. And I
Because
think
there's a reason why it's your title, right? Taking the climb.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's the reason being that I rarely talk to people who've already reached the top. I mean, those people, even if I bring them on, for them it's about what's next. कि आप इंडिया में कर लिया तो इंटरनेशनल कैसे पहुंचने वाले हो
Of
तो
course. And
the climb
for
is
us,
always
it's
there.
different because we are just starting now. So yeah,
Exactly. And I am excited because, like you said, FIFA, Valorant has grown to a significant bit where it can be like PC gaming has like been become
of
a
course.
serious thing. It's about time consoles got taken seriously. Like FIFA, especially. I remember, like you said, FIFA '08. You saw playing Fernando Torres. You fell in love with football and Liverpool from there. FIFA has been a huge part of like our growing up,
Of
and
course.
any football fan for that matter. So there is definitely an audience. लोग आएंगे to enjoy that, but it's a matter of slowly cultivating it. And I think players like you will go a long way because you have that क्या बोलते हैं there's a Hindi word for it, but नहीं आ रहा है ऐसे ही होता है हिंदी में English word बोलता हूँ the idea that you have this strength that you're able to hold on and whatever happens, bad is bad, good is good, I will be my best, and
Yeah,
that's definitely
that's
something to be
important, man.
proud of.
Yeah, of course, that's very important.
Right,
You
yeah.
have to adapt to every situation you have been put in. I guess that's the biggest thing I can say right now.
Yeah.
You just have to adapt to it.
And we'll see. I mean, I'm sure I'll have you back on within, if not before playoffs, at least during playoffs or after playoffs. So we will definitely have that chat again where, that journey has ended for you. And now what? Because abhi bhi pura saal baki hai. So we leave that for another day. But for now, thank you. Seriously, I enjoyed having this chat. I enjoyed every single time कि मैं भी जब eISL start किया, I used to feel a little left out because I had no idea who was who.
Yeah,
Like Fixes has chatted with Lokmanyu and all before. They've casted together before. But I was like, FIFA esports is new to me. FIFA itself is not new to me, but esports. And I think you were one of the first people to actually come chat with me. And that was very nice. So it was,
and yeah, I'm also thankful that you know this is the start for FIFA esports, right? It's getting there.
yeah.
So you're also doing you're bringing your community here. You're letting them know that there's a FIFA esports thing going on. So it's so good, and I'm thankful to you, thankful to your community also, bro. That yeah, they are here, they are watching us, so they're getting to know about FIFA. They know that there's a tournament going on that's Indian Super League, but
Yeah,
eISL. So yeah,
exactly.
it,
It's rightful, man. I mean, शायद क्रिकेट और फुटबॉल को आप ना मिक्स करो, but esports में I feel like at least I'm not the person, so I assume my audience are not the kind of people, and I assume आपके लिए भी, right? Like you love FIFA, you'll probably spend 90% of your time in FIFA, but suddenly कोई mood आया gaming देखने का, तो it's just still same energy, same vibe, same passion. So I hope वैसे ही grow होते रहे because of course अपना
hopefully, man.
career भी इसमें ही है, so we are directly attached to it too. But yeah, with that, I think we will take our leave, guys. Thank you for coming, and thank you, Shubham, for making your way here. We'll definitely see you for future interactions because this was really fun, and I hope you enjoyed it too.
I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it.
So,
Thankful to you, man. Thankful to
any
bring.
message for your
Yeah,
fans?
just keep watching me. I'll try to make you guys proud.
All right,
Just keep
perfect.
tuning in to watch the games.
Big heart for Shubham and big heart for all of you. Do not forget to tune in. That's the most important part because for you too, it's the like crunch time, of your eISL journey. You said do or die, हर game में होने वाला है. So let's see. I am personally.
I'm going all in, man. I'm going all in.
Let's go.
I,
That's what
I
I want to
want
hear.
that top four. I want that top four, bro. But
Let's
yeah.
go, man. And it'll be cool too saying what changes you bring. I'm not going to ask you because you can. I'm sure there's some secrets. You have some cards up your sleeve too. So
But I'll tell you, man, I haven't figured out anything right now. I'm just
yeah.
watching the game. So let's see. I
Hey,
haven't played yet. So yeah.
एक दिन something will pop up in your head and you'll be like, this I need to use at the right moment or something like that. So let's see. I'm very excited because even as a caster, it's nice to see that evolution. But yeah, thank you guys for coming and bye bye. Good night.